time for Overcoming Hurdles. Before movie moguls Tyler Perry and Spike Lee asked Adrian Lockett to bring his acting talent to their projects, he faced a series of hurdles and they would leave the actor questioning his future. Give up, though, he did not. Instead, he stuck to his dream and is here to share his story. Good morning to you, Adrian.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So glad to have you here. So if you could, looking back at your life, you've said that your whole life is pretty much a hurdle. And so that's a brave outlook to have, especially about your own life. And so who did you look to for motivation?
Believe it or not, I look to myself. I always looked at my peers, and I was like, if I'm not doing better than them, or I'm not meeting the mark that sets a standard to make myself better than them, then what am I doing?
Right.
So I always question myself, like, is there a better room for me to be in?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, but I think that's very relatable. All of us kind of feel that way. Like, am I doing enough? Am I showing up enough?
Absolutely.
Am I putting the work in? And sometimes it's just about consistency. But let's talk about how you grew up when you were in that space of looking towards yourself. You were without running water. You were without AC. And kids can be cruel. They will be very honest and brutal with you. And so how did you learn to start shaking off the opinions of other people about yourself?
Well, it was pretty tough. They didn't know a lot about the running water situation and all of that. They just knew that we were less fortunate because of the clothes that we wore.
Right.
So we had to learn how to joke back, and get the person that's laughing. So
that's difficult. That's difficult because you're like, I remember being in school and you're like, okay, I've got to get on the bus. I have got to have a comeback and I have to have it ready to go. And you spend all night figuring out what that joke is going to be. So acting was one thing you didn't even know you could do. You kind of just fell into it. So because you didn't see anyone else doing it, how did you find the courage to pursue it, or where did that passion originally come from?
Well, after my dreams of playing football died out, it was more so of becoming an adult and asking myself, what is it that you really want to do? And knowing that I had the determination inside of me to do it. So it's pretty much just do it.
But I feel like you went from one big dream to the next, because usually football, most of us want to be athletes. And when that dies out, it's like, okay, let me try and find something that's a 9 to 5. But you kept chasing the dream. You were like, okay, I'm going to do something else big. Auditions have now become a normal part of your life, almost your daily routine. And you have to embrace the yes or the no that is coming. How do you do that? Because rejection it feels like it's almost always looming in a sense.
I don't think you can make it in Hollywood without having tough skin. You have to know how to weather the no's, and the way that I do it is basically when I close the book on an audition, it's over with. I go on to the next one. I figure out what it takes to be great in this next audition so that I can become, better on the just whatever's next.
Bigger and better. It keep evolving, right? Well, you've been on, let's talk about some of your fave shows, you guys. The Oval, The Haves and the Have-Nots, Sisters. I mean, those are all some of Tyler Perry's biggest shows. So what hurdles come with being on that set? Because obviously you're jumping hurdles to get there, but then you got to keep going and making sure that you can stay there.
I would tell you that Tyler Perry's sets are like master classes.
Really?
I don't think no one is prepared unless they've been there before, because he moves very, very swiftly. And you'll be up there thinking that you have time to reset and all that. You don't have time. Tyler Perry is let's go.
He ain't playing.
And he'll tell you that I give you a room, I give you everything that you need to be successful on this set. So when you get here, I expect you to be just
to do your job. Okay, Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems like you're doing your job. You've been on multiple of the shows.
I
want the viewers to know a little bit more about you and just how many hurdles you really have overcome. After all the highs, 2023 comes and it's a hard year for you. Your brother passed on October 12th. And then right after, you buried him on your birthday at that. And then right after that, you ended up getting shot yourself. And you thought you were going to lose your life. And so with all of these life events happening almost back to back, I mean, how do you keep the strength? How do you keep hope and positivity that I can continue to do this life? Because we do almost succumb under the weight of what life gives us sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, the thing was that if I gave up then it was like everything was for nothing. I'm still alive. I still have a fighting chance. So let's get back up. Let's tackle it.
Oh my gosh. What positivity, especially after being shot. I mean, my goodness, I can't wrap my head around it. What was the recovery time on something like that?
Well, I think because of my father and who my mom is, I was probably up doing things I shouldn't have been doing way before I was healed. but I would say probably about 3 weeks. But the recovery time that I probably should have sat down was probably about 5 months.
Wow,
Probably, yeah.
wow, my goodness. Okay, so it really was a quality of life change for quite a bit of time then for
Yeah.
you, even though you tried to push through it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you started Dallas Creatives Meetup for other people who want to pursue TV, pursue film, even just the media industry in general. So tell us more about that.
Okay, so it's Creatives Meetup Dallas, and I wanted to facilitate a place where actors, dreamers, producers, directors, everybody could come into one room. And then just because we're in this room, it doesn't mean that we don't need tax people, credit people, lawyers. So I wanted to facilitate a place that we can meet those people and give those people clientele as well.
Yes.
Well, we've all been a 9-to-5er before, and there's nothing wrong with it. And some of those 9-to-5ers want to get out of their 9-to-5 and get into the entertainment industry, or they need the professional services of lawyers, credit people, tax people. So I said, I have all of these connections. I will create the room and I will make this happen in Dallas.
Incredible.
Been doing it ever since.
Very good. Okay, so if someone's listening right now and they're thinking, okay, I need someone to lean on in this space or this space or this space, and I'm trying to get into the industry, when is the next meetup?
The next one is actually tomorrow, Wednesday, March 4th, and it's at 7 p.m. at Venakee Casino in Bishop Arts.
Very good. Okay, you guys, mark your calendars. It is happening tomorrow. There's your plans for tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us this morning and being vulnerable and sharing your story. I know that can be difficult, but you have really laid the foundation for someone who's watching, so we appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.